Hello everybody and welcome to our in-depth look at the Port Orleans Riverside Resort. I hope you're not intimidated by the length of this video. If you're looking for a concise tour of this resort, there's other videos on YouTube that'll accomplish that. What this video does is I think it's going to give you a glimpse into what it's like to have a resort-only stay at this incredible resort. We did this last year at the Coronado Hotel on property. I'll put a link to that in the description below. But basically with these, I said to my wife, I said, look, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go to the theme parks. I don't want to go to Disney Springs. I just want to stay at the resort and enjoy everything it has to offer. And boy, we had an incredible 2 days here. And in that 2 days, even though we didn't leave the resort, we still didn't get everything done. We didn't see Yeehaw Bob. We'd seen him on other occasions, so it wasn't that big of a deal. We didn't get down to Port Orleans French Quarter to enjoy the beignets or use their amenities. Because we were just so overwhelmed with all the activities that we had at Riverside. It really is that kind of resort. So this review and tour and overview is as textured as the resort itself. I will say that the environment, the topography in Orlando makes this the perfect location for a resort like this, because Orlando is much like Louisiana if you've been there. It's flat, it's swampy, it's hot, it's humid. And this resort, you may as well feel like you're in southern Louisiana. It's just fantastic. The other thing we liked about this resort was we were able to bring our dog, Molly, so you'll see her throughout the video. We had a wonderful time. Look, if you want to cherry pick your way around this video, I'm going to put a ton of timestamps in the description, so feel free. The actual resort tour, the lobby and arcade and what have you, is going to be towards the end of the video. The room tour will actually be right after this introduction, so feel free to look at those timestamps. You can bounce around. We tried to do everything. We enjoyed drinks at Muddy Rivers Bar. We enjoyed table service food at the restaurant. We enjoyed quick service food. We got a pizza. We had some breakfast there. We enjoyed leisurely walks around the resort. One of the things I really like about this place is you'll be walking between buildings and there's just patches of woods. So if you have little kids, they can just run around and explore. It's just a wonderful place. So wonderful, in fact, that just this week, it's several weeks since we stayed there, I went back just to take a nice long mile walk through the resort and just enjoy it and sit down on benches and check my email and have a little lunch and came home. So I can't recommend this place enough. I think a lot of people prefer French Quarter, but I think that's from the perspective of doing the theme parks. Again, we weren't doing the theme parks. We were just staying at the resort, so we didn't care that there were 5 bus stops instead of just one. That didn't bother us in the least. In terms of amenities, I think the fact that there's a table service restaurant here and way more pools gives it the edge over French Quarter, but look, that's just going to be subjective. So hope you enjoy the review. Again, look out for our 20-minute Good, Bad, and the Ugly. That'll be a separate video. And after today, I'll put a link to that in the description below. So that's enough from me. Let's get straight to the room tour. And again, feel free to cherry pick. And thanks for watching, everybody. We really, really appreciate you. If you like this content, please subscribe. We'd love to have you on board. Well, how is that for a view for the next couple of days? We are here on our first staycation of the year. It's Memorial Day weekend, and we are in, we're going to have to look this up to get it right, but we're either in Parterre Place or Partier Place building. I think we're literally the last room here. The boats aren't running, but that's okay because we don't plan on leaving the resort. The main lobby is down there, and we got this room right on the corner. Literally, I think the last room of the last building, but lovely view out here. What I like about it is it's nice and secluded, so I don't think we'll have anybody going in front of our room. We brought Molly. There's places to go for her to go do her business. And like I said, we got a nice corner room. We requested this. They accommodated. We checked in around 11 o'clock and the room was ready. So let's go in and take a look. So here you go, room 9784. And this is, Amber, help me, this is a princess room?
This is a royal room.
Royal room. And you're going to see why right now. McDonald family on the TV. There's no way this footage, I think, is going to do this room justice. But we'll do our best. So here it is. Normally in these hotel reviews, I go straight to the money shot, the balcony, right? So that's one of the frankly, it is what it is. There's no balconies at the moderate resorts. So I'm going to start just kind of with the bathroom. No walk-in shower here, but it's adequate. This will get the job done. Nice sitting area at the tub. Looks like we'll check out the water pressure later. I'll give a review on that. Nice dual sink vanity out here. I love the touches. Hello, everybody. We brought some of our stuff in. Of course, all the extras you expect in a Disney room, right? The extra blankets. The ironing board, we will not be using that at all this weekend. But this room is all about the details. So, you know, it's a royal room, so it's decorated with all the princesses. And Amber gave me a rundown on here. Let's see if I can get them all right. As we walk through top left, we've obviously got Jasmine, we've got Cinderella, we've got Rapunzel and Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
And then on either side, there's also the princes.
Their significant others.
They're silhouettes.
They're silhouettes. And then in the middle here, we've got Ariel in human form with her legs. And this is the only one I'm going to forget. Who is this, Amber?
That's Aurora. That's Sleeping Beauty.
Of course, Aurora. How can I forget?
My best friend's favorites.
Telephone here. This has I don't want to say the words, hey Disney. You say that, and it's like Alexa. It's Amazon Alexa. They got a little deal with Amazon, so we'll be playing with that later on too. 2 queen beds, and I have to show this feature. Each bed kind of does its own little, I don't know what you call that, fireworks, light up show. Yeah, fireworks. Look at that. This is going to be nice at night.
It reminds me of the Disneyland Hotel. Their headboards do this too.
It does. And so both of these do that. There's buttons on either side. Down here, this is it's a carpeted floor. This is an inlay down here. It's not an extra carpet, but it's meant to be the magic carpet from Aladdin. This is probably my favorite piece of wall art. This is a hologram of Tiana. So it's kind of got like the Haunted Mansion effect. She follows you as you walk around. She's always looking at you. Beautiful Tiana, looking good. We're going to watch her movie here. I'm blanking on the title of her movie.
Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog. We bought our laptop just in case we can't get it hooked up on this TV. So we'll be watching that this weekend. But look, I love it. Like, look at the chests and the details. I mean, it feels like a princess would live in here. Like, the chairs are nice and ornate. The table.
Is this where oh yeah, there's the fridge.
You know, I kind of like, yes, maybe a chandelier would have worked better there, but I kind of like that. The curtains are ornate and beautiful, everything you'd expect. Amber had a good point. Even on the top, the wallpaper, the room is all this kind of the sidekicks of the different princesses. So there's the mice from Cinderella. There's the cookware, right, from Beauty and the Beast. I think that's
and then
the fairy godmother from Cinderella.
A few, yeah. And then there's also the lamp from Aladdin in it.
Lamp from Aladdin.
Awesome.
And then, yes, Amber did point out there is a fridge down here, which is nice. It's not a cooler. It is a full-fledged, it's a nice size fridge because we bought a lot of drinks and Cokes and whatnot, so we'll be utilizing this.
Coke Zero water.
Very shortly. And then I think even the footstool has significance. I think that's the footstool from Beauty and the Beast that comes to life.
I think so too.
So, like, no details. Let's enter. I love it. McDonald's family. They're playing, by the way. They're playing like good Southern music. So
very Nolan style.
Yeah, we are big fans. And like I said, this there's no way this does it justice. Now, again, I mentioned this on the way in. There is no balcony, and for privacy purposes, I think most of the time, if you're not staying in this particular room, you're going to have these curtains closed, which is a shame because the view is nice out here. But because of where this room is located, I think we have pretty good seclusion. So I think we're going to leave these open so we can enjoy that river view while we're here. Molly's going to be joining us shortly, and I can see her coming up on this air conditioning and watching the world go by. So we'll see if we can accommodate that. But yeah, and then 2 queen beds, obviously. And of course, a little bit of Disney magic when you walked in. You gotta love the housekeeping staff with those little magical touches. So we are just giddy with excitement. We're super thrilled. This is exactly what we wanted. They accommodated they were gonna give us a different room. We asked for the corner room, accommodated us, no problem. Early check-in on Memorial Day weekend. As always, Disney is delivering. So we're just tickled pink.
And leave them with Tiana's note to guests.
What does it say? Amber, read that for me.
Welcome all. We are so excited to have you stay with us. My friends and I have shared so many wonderful moments here that this has become a very special place in our hearts. As you make yourself at home, you'll discover some treasured mementos my friends have given me over the years. Enjoy making magical memories with your friends and family in my royal guest room. Your friend, Princess Tiana.
So Tiana's saying she's had some ragers in this room, I think is what it boils down to. And she won a few poker games, and that's why she has the magic carpet from Aladdin and some of Belle's furniture. I think that's what Tiana's secretly trying to convey here. She's a New Orleans girl. She knows how to hustle. So, yeah, we're going to go, I think, swimming. We're going to go get Molly. But this is the room. Hope you like there again. Hello, everybody.
Hello everybody. I decided it would be useful to just pop in a quick map of the resort. This is of the Riverside portion only. So Port Orleans is basically two sections. Port Orleans French Quarter, Port Orleans Riverside. We're staying in Riverside in this video, and this is what you're seeing in the map. So our room, for just some wayfinding, the buildings on the right that are in red, the bottom right building, in fact, the very, very tiny bottom rectangle building you see there, that is where we were staying in the last room at the very bottom of the map. Just to give you some wayfinding. We never felt like we were that far from the lobby. If you're staying in the Alligator Bayou rooms, which are kind of on the top left, you might feel a little bit more separated. And certainly if you wanted to take advantage of the amenities that are at the French Quarter, if you're staying in Alligator Bayou or even some of the Magnolia Bend mansion-style buildings that are in green on this map, on the right-hand side, you're going to have a longer walk to get down to the French Quarter. For our room, once you cross the bridge, it was like a 3-minute walk. So it wasn't that bad. But this is a huge resort. There is walking involved. But again, Parterre Place may look like it's out of the way, but it really wasn't. I highly recommend that location.
All right, well, we got a little day one update. Look at this little monster. Again, this is part of the reason we're staying at this hotel. What a magical Mickey moment. Look at her next to the Mickey Mouse. Molly has made it here. She seems well acclimated. By the way, I don't think I pointed this out earlier, but there is a connecting door. Amber's already shot my idea down to pass a note under there that says, "Help me." Probably not appropriate. They wouldn't appreciate that, but I thought it was kind of funny. So yeah, she's comfortable. What we do is we move a footstool or a chair and she can jump up on the bed. Molly doesn't have the ability to leap directly up, so she jumps onto the stool and then onto the bed. She does not jump back and forth. We did lift her up over here. And good news, I brought a laptop, but we didn't need to. You can connect your own device to it just stopped because I turned the app off a second ago, or it should be stopping soon. But you can connect your own. In my case, it's an iPhone. I have the Disney Plus app, so I just tested out the Princess and the Frog because we're going to be watching this later on, and it works lovely. And we got some snacks. As you know, anybody who's gone on a hotel tour with me at Disney knows Entenmann's are a big part of a Disney stay. They have a whole Entenmann station in every lobby. Entenmann's has got, they're paying somebody off at Disney, I'll tell you what. So yeah, and there's beautiful wife.
Hi.
I think we're gonna head over to the lobby. We're these people now. We have a dog stroller. This is a thing. We bought it for this trip. I have made fun of these people all my life, and now we're going to be walking over there with our 20-pound dachshund in a dog stroller.
It's because it's high.
We evolve. So we're going to take her over to the lobby. I don't think she'll be allowed in the quick-serve dining room, so we might have to kind of stand adjacent to it. But Amber and I are hungry, so we're going to get you a snack. We'll share all that with you. God, yeah, look how pretty this room is. And we're going to show this room off tonight when it gets dark. I think it's really going to change the mood in here. So we're looking forward to that. And then come back here, and then we're going to see how Molly does on her own for a little bit. Hopefully we'll tucker her out, because we're going to go, I think, to the main pool and go swimming and get a little adult beverage. Look at this little angel. Yes, a princess for the princess room. Look at you. All right, so we'll see you over at the main building. I think we're going to drive. We might walk. It's 99 degrees with the heat index, so probably drive. So we did ask the employees here whether Molly can come in, and they said yes. So we were bringing her back to the food service, and now we're in the main dining hall. We found a nice quiet corner table, and she is trying to get out of there because she sees what we have.
She sees food.
And it's delicious. We've had these meals before. We know they're good. This is the quick service jambalaya. Comes with cornbread. Amber gave me her garlic bread because she got the chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
And again, made to order. It's nice and fresh. I would have normally gotten something else, especially on a hot day, but this is maybe my only chance to have jambalaya because tonight for dinner we're having pizza, and then I think tomorrow we're going to Boatwrights and I'm going to get the meat platter. But this is lovely, and we got a couple of soft drinks here.
And it was like, what, $32?
$32. So
Not bad.
not going to break the bank, but it's not the cheapest either. It's kind of middle of the road. Bon appetit, y'all.
She's mad dogging us. But she did calm down, so that's good.
Well, it's 3:52 in the afternoon. We just had a little quick serve. Jambalaya was delicious, considering that it is quick service. But I just wanted to come over here to the boats real fast. The river boats that go to Disney Springs right here are not running because of the water level on the lakes. But if you want to go fishing, the pontoon boats were going out. I was sitting there watching these guys fish while they're in there. So that is an option if you want to do that and you're staying here and the river is low. For these, you're still good on those. By the way, these boats, when they are running, they stop at the French Quarter, Disney Springs, and then you can also hop a boat pretty easily over there to Old Key West Resort. So I think Molly and Amber are back in the main building, so let's go meet them. They're gonna head back to the room. Molly's gonna take a nap, and we're gonna head over here to the main pool to have a drink at the bar and go swimming. It's a great day one so far. And we are back. So the walk from the lobby building, at least from the edge of the arcade to our building, which again, we're in the furthest room out over here, took 4 minutes. So that's pretty darn good. And that's 4 minutes on a hot day. So we weren't moving very quick, and we had the dog stroller. So there you go. It is not a burdensome walk by any stretch of the imagination. So we have visited this hotel, this resort, countless times. But staying here, it really lets you feel like, obviously, a guest. So I've never really walked along these interior balconies. And look how pretty the courtyards look from up here. Just a little change in perspective really changes the way you look at this resort. There's a fountain over there, and I'm not going to lie, we would love to throw Molly in it. We've had that conversation. Probably not a prudent thing to do, though. So there's some stairs over here. We're going to go check those out and have a grand walk down. So Amber has never seen. There she is. Keep going, girl. I'm going to tell them, and correct me if I'm wrong, Amber, but she has never seen Gone with the Wind, have you?
No.
So you are having a very Scarlett O'Hara kind of moment walking down these grand stairs. Look at this in this grand courtyard. There she is looking for Rhett Butler. Oh, nice. I like it.
I'm just teasing.
That could be the thumbnail image right there. So, but yeah, we were just walking up there a second ago. Now we're over here. We took the scenic route. There's obviously more direct ways to go. But look how pretty it is. Look at these gorgeous trees. You know, I lived in Houston a long time. Very similar architecture. We'll walk amongst all kind of the plantation buildings probably tomorrow morning, and I'll give you all a taste of each building, including the Alligator Bayou sections at some point in this video. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this bad boy yet. Look who has a chair. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Here, she is the queen of the courtyard. There's literally a throne in here, and it fits Amber to a T. How we doing?
Silly.
Are you thirsty for a drink?
I am.
I'm looking for a hurricane. Let's get over there and see what we can get.
Let's go.
Well, you think you can see the raindrops and the ringlets? Those are not fish. It's raining. A little afternoon storm, as it's wont to do in Orlando. And this is how the boats are going to be operating again. But it's going to take, I don't know, a couple weeks of pretty heavy storms, like, well, way, way, way greater than this to fill it back up. But every drop helps. It's a start. Okay. Hello. Well, that's awesome. So I was looking for these earlier. I don't think they bring them out in the high heat of the day, which is great for the horses. This is more of an evening activity, blessedly. They look like they're having a nice time, and boy, it really does add to the ambience. So we're kind of in the next building over. I just wanted to show you the difference in courtyard styles from one building to the next. The grass, it almost looks like AstroTurf. In fact, is it I don't even know. It might be AstroTurf, to be honest with you. They got a nice fountain out there though, but it's interesting, like if it is a different kind of grass, like that's a very conscious design choice from the building we're in, which is basically like a plant-based grass. I'll show you guys next time I'm over there in the grass. It's a very different thick grass. We're probably going on a little bit too long about the grass. Let's just move on. And of course, no Disney Resort's complete without the bunny rabbits. He's a big guy. Longest walk to the bar at the pool ever, huh guys? Yeah, we should have probably cut through the lobby instead of going to this far bridge. But I did want to say too, we're worried because they're kicking everybody out of the pool. The pool bar might be a little overwhelmed, so fingers crossed.
Here's a look at the Muddy Rivers menu over at the pool bar. Looks like they also have some pool bar buddy. But I think the quick service that we had a couple hours ago has filled us up.
Well, here, the drinks have arrived, and I have to say, beautiful wife, I think we set a record for the longest we've been on vacation without ordering. So I'm very proud of this. Yeah, I got the Mai Tai, because why not? And Amber got something, you get this quite a bit, right? The pina colada. So, which is very tasty. I can vouch for that as well. And it's frozen, which is nice. But yeah, here we are. This is a nice large bar. It's cool. I like the setting a lot. The rain did not shut the pool down, so we're good. But yeah, this is perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
I am gonna do. So we've had a development in the weather situation. Inclement weather. It finally started pouring. It's shutting the pool down. So predictably, it's getting very busy out here. It's coming down good. I don't know if y'all can see it. So anyways, they shut the pool indefinitely until the storm passes, and they reopen it up. So I'm glad we got here when we did, because the bar is getting a lot busier. All right, well, the sun is out, but unfortunately there was still a thunderclap not that long ago, and they have to wait a certain amount of time for they let people back in. So here is a very rare look at the main pool. This is as close as we can get. They lock it up, but this is a close look at the main pool, completely empty, which is a rare sight for this time of year, certainly this time of night. We were going to take a dip in here, but now I think we're going to walk back into the main building, ask some questions about getting a pizza later on, and then maybe head to the quiet pools, which I believe are swim at your own risk. And I think Amber and I are willing to roll the dice because we have been sweating and hot all flipping day. I just need to take a plunge, even if it's only for a minute. But yeah, soak it in. Nobody in the main pool right now. So here's a list of their recreation activities, which is pretty cool. They do a lot of neat stuff. Look, I mean, mosaic class, really? Bayou bag test? Yeah, that sounds kind of basic. Glow party sounds fun. I want to know what that's all about.
It looks like a lot of fun. It says it's a nighttime pool party.
You know, Tiana talked about having a lot of good times in our hotel room with her friends. I'm thinking they're behind the glow party too. Bayou lawn bash. Oh, arcade challenge. I like the sound of that. And then, are there movies on here?
Yeah, movie Under the Stars.
Oh, there we go. Oh, cool. The Sandlot. They're going to show the Sandlot. Princess in the Front. That's appropriate. We'll be watching that tonight. We're not here on a Wednesday. Ooh, mystery movie. How exciting. And Finding Nemo. And look, they even give you the ratings. That's great. Because I'll have to say, while we were sitting at, is it Hurricane Hannah? What's the name of this bar again?
It's Muddy Rivers.
Muddy Rivers, my bad. Muddy Rivers, they were showing some very bloody scenes from the Suicide Squad, which I quite enjoyed, but I'm not sure the parents of the 5-year-olds also seated at the bar appreciated it as much as I did. So it's 6:40. We stopped over here at the food hall to ask about getting a pizza, but turns out you can mobile order it. But that said, I wanted to show you guys what the crowds are like. It's definitely busy here at dinner. A lot of full tables. And the food court itself, where you make all your orders, is also very busy. So take note. I mean, it's dinner time, but in my experience at like the Coronado, the food court at the Mercado, didn't get that busy at dinner. People seem to spread out. Then again, there are less food options here, so that might play into it. So we just left the food court, and River Roost is also extremely busy. Yeehaw Bob doesn't come on until 8:30, but people are enjoying their drinks over here too. For some reason, the fireplace over there is on. But yeah, it's packed over here. I don't know if it's the rain or Yeehaw Bob or people just feeling in a mood to have a drink. So I know everybody points out the animatronics in this gift shop, but it is legitimately cool. And they've got Goofy over there. But, you know, beyond the animatronics, what I really like, and it's just in every nook and cranny of this hotel, is the theming. Like, look at these, like, pickled products jars that are up here, the shovels and the spades and the, you know, stuff you'd probably find in some sort of barn on a Louisiana plantation. They just do such a good job here. It's a, you know, we keep comparing it to Caribbean Beach, and I think the theming here for what it is just way better than what they do with Caribbean Beach, a resort that I love, but this one just does it better. So while the main pool may be closed, one of the 5 smaller pools, or 4 smaller pools, we'll get a count on this in a bit, is still open, swim at your own risk. It's very large, it's pretty much empty, it's close to our hotel room. Enough said, let's get in the water, we're hot. What time is it?
7:24.
It's 7:24, beautiful, like I just said, and look at this. There's 2 other people in the pool, but basically have it to ourselves. And it is beautiful. It is Memorial Day weekend on a Saturday night. Heat index today was close to 100, and look at this. One of the quiet pools is not letting us down. We have it almost completely to ourselves. This is amazing. So my great desire was to go over and get a pizza and enjoy the pizza right here at that table. That was what I like in my mind's eye. That's what we were gonna do tonight, and you know, we still could. That would be fine. These lights are gonna come on, but we miss Molly, so I think what we're gonna do is go after we're done in here. We're gonna play some catch in the pool first of all, and then we're gonna go get her, and we're gonna mobile order some pizza, and maybe even drive over to the lobby to pick it up, bring her in for that experience, and then go back to the room and watch The Princess and the Frog and eat some pizza. And then, well, who knows what's gonna happen after that. Let's not make promises, right? But in the meantime, this is pretty spectacular. Well, Miss McD, we're closing in on dusk on night 1.
Yeah.
How's your trip been so far?
It's been wonderful.
Mine's been pretty wonderful too.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's the camera? It's over here.
Yeah.
I did the drinks at Foggy Bottom. Where were we? Muddy Waters? Muddy Waters.
It was called Muddy Rivers.
Muddy Rivers, Muddy Waters, Muddy something.
It was really good.
It was very relaxing in the rain, I have to say.
We had a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
Our bartender was very nice.
Yes.
It was nice to sit there. I'm glad that we got there before like the real downpour happened, because we were already like we were at a bar stool when it happened. So
We were. I was
we
going
weren't
to say it's
having to
peaceful for
fight.
part of the time.
yeah.
Yeah, then it turned
Yeah.
into like a scene from like, I don't know, World War Z or something, you know.
Yeah. Then there were a lot of people like trying to get tables, and
Yeah, it
you
was
know,
pandemonium.
kids that weren't happy to be pulled out of the pool, but whatever.
Dogs and cats living together.
It happened.
Yeah. So, but now, I mean, this is truly bliss.
Yes.
I just showed the shot a second ago.
Yeah, it's nice.
This is spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had grand plans, I think, to go over to the French Quarter tonight to go to Scat Cat Concert. This is something we've done before.
We have.
Which is,
We've never obviously done it when we were staying at
no,
like one of these like Port Orleans hotels.
we just came over, and it's lovely, and it's a beautiful
is.
lounge, and they sing to jazz music. They like repurpose a lot of Disney songs, and the band is wonderful.
Yeah.
I think they use the same band or same bands.
Yeah.
But
they also do like some fun like top 40s twists, you know. Like,
sure.
I remember she did a Adele once, and there were a few things. So
as much
it was really good.
Yeah, and I'd love to show it, and maybe we'll get there tomorrow. But
maybe.
I just
tired.
It was so the heat really zapped it out of us. I'm looking forward to the pizza. I don't even, to be honest with you, we're gonna start this movie. I don't know how I'm gonna finish it. You know, like I'll probably
Luckily,
fall asleep.
I've seen it, but I don't think Mr. McD here's ever seen it all the way
I've seen
through.
like the first 20 minutes, and I like it every time. But so I'm gonna do my best to stay awake for that. But
we'll see. If he can't make it through it, I'll make him watch it.
The other grand
in its
ambition,
entirety.
and it may or may not happen, is we talked about taking Molly over for a nightcap at the River Roost, because I'm curious to see what it looks like at the River Roost at like 10:30.
Yeah,
30 minutes before closing. But then I'm like,
is it 11? I thought it closed at midnight.
It closes at, I think. Well, we'll check that. I
Okay.
think 11 at the earliest, maybe midnight.
Okay.
I don't think any later though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think Scat Cat for sure was midnight.
You know, and I say like, oh, it should be quiet. It should be quiet. But the theme park's closed. Like buses are going to be dropping people off. The lobby might be crazy. So I'm almost curious. But again, I might be over promising here, because we might just be too tired to even make it over to do that. So, well, you'll know very soon which of these plans come to fruition. But
We'll show you.
Pizza and the Princess Frog are definitely part of the equation. We can guarantee at least that. Just leaving the pool, and here's another rabbit. These guys are much friendlier than the ones that live back at our apartment complex. They're much more trusting of people, and I love it. By the way, for wayfinding. Oh no, he's running away. Bye. Bye, our little rabbit friend. We love you. Say hi to Thumper. Our room's right down there. It's the last building on the left. Last room on the left, for that matter. And it is a beautiful evening here in Riverside. Yeah, look at that. We're on our, pardon me, we're on our way back to our room. But look at this cool tree on the main courtyard of our building. Like, is this technically Spanish moss? This has got to be Spanish moss, right? If you know, please let me know in the comments. But this is super beautiful. The landscaping here is just on fleek. I love it. It's about 7:45 in the evening. Go back to the room, order some pizza. The lights have come on as night is really starting to fall. On our first night at the resort, we look across the way. There's a horse and carriage. Look at that.
This place definitely starts to take on a different character at night. The people who said it's quiet here were not wrong, and I'm loving it. All right, well, this table, I tell you what, is really paying off with the chairs. This is great because we just got back from mobile ordering. We drove over to the lobby. I ran in. We got some chicken fingers, some fries, some mac and cheese, and the coup de grace. By the way, how cool is this pizza box? Look at
it. That's my favorite pizza box of all time.
Very fun. And some pizza. It looks pretty good.
It does.
We really didn't want to leave the resort. We debated going to our favorite place called Mellow Mushroom, but it's like a 20-minute drive each way. And we just didn't want to...
And that kind of negates a resort-only stay.
It does. We didn't want to break the magic. So here we are. We're going to chow down with this and watch some Princess and the Frog. And we're probably going to get some pepperoni to this young lady. Molly, yeah, you want some pizza? She's being a little angel.
Good girl.
She hears the fireworks, too. All right, let's get this party started. Well, it is late night. Little Molly has been going to the bathroom out here. Predictably, I did fall asleep during the movie. I gather there was a princess and a frog and a restaurant. No, I saw most of it. It was very entertaining, very good. But I think we're going to wrap this up, go to bed, and get up tomorrow morning and see what the day brings. So it's going to be a wrap for day one. Molly. Good morning, Riverside. So it's 7:45 in the morning. I'm gonna take Molly down to go do her business. But yeah, absolutely beautiful out. Get back up to the room in a minute. We'll talk about dinner. Talk about our plans for the day, which are pretty minimal. But definitely wanted to catch the morning vibe around here after sunrise, and it's pretty lovely. So I'm walking Molly right now, but I have to say one of the nice things is about staying in this parterre place. Again, we need to get the pronunciation on this right. And that's our room down on the top level. Last room on the left there is we don't have to walk down to that bridge. The lobby is right on the other side of that bridge in the main complex. But if you go this way, there is one more bridge. You just kind of see it. Let me zoom in here. Right there. You can walk down this path and cross over that bridge. When I tell you Port Orleans French Quarter is like a 3-minute walk from that bridge, I mean it. So in that sense, you know, if you consider these two resorts as one gigantic complex, our room's kind of in the middle between the two hotels. Again, it was a 4-minute walk from here to the lobby yesterday at a leisurely pace with Molly in the stroller, who's wrapped around my feet right now. And I'd say it's probably a 6-minute walk to the French Quarter buildings, the closest one. You know, it'd be the closest one over here. The lobby would be a little bit further. It's probably about a 10-12-minute walk to the main lobby, I'd say. But we'll clock that later on today to make sure that's accurate. Oh. I've already said good morning to Queen Molly over here in her royal room. It looks like she's doing good. We're gonna take her out in a minute around the resort for a walk. We'll probably bring the stroller, I'm guessing. Yeah, we're those people again. It's nice and cool out right now. The pavement's not hot, so it's just a good time to do that. Plus, we want to wear her out for the day because we're going to leave her in here.
Walk. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about this queen? How did you sleep?
I slept really good.
Yeah, these beds are comfortable.
They are, and the room gets real dark, which helps me sleep. So
yeah, as predicted, I fell asleep for Princess and the Frog.
I think I fell asleep for the last 10-ish minutes of Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, so. But I loved everything I was awake for.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go.
I've seen it in its entirety. You just haven't.
I know, but I'm enjoying it. The animation's fantastic, and this resort is basically right out of that movie.
It is.
You know, I swear they must have stayed here while they were writing it. One of my bigger complaints so far is the bathroom is incredibly tight.
It is.
It is very. I wish they had a separate water closet in there, and the shower is just crammed in.
I almost feel like it's I've never been in a one here at Disney ever, but when I was little, if you went to Six Flags and you went to the kiddie section of a Six Flags, everything was kiddie. Even the toilets.
Yeah.
that's how this bathroom feels. Like, everything just feels very, like, shrunken and childlike. So I don't, it's strange. Because, like, I mean, I don't have a problem with, like, the sinks or anything.
No, the vanity area is quite nice. I like it.
The bathroom that has, like, the toilet and the shower, it's very, like,
it's compact, yeah.
But like, you have to walk in weird to shut the door.
I do like the flushing system. I feel like you could flush an elephant down that toilet. We haven't taken a shower in the main. Don't judge us. We haven't taken a shower, but I will get back to you on the water pressure there.
Well, hello, sir.
Oh, good morning.
I think you've said that a few times.
Good morning. We're all about the good mornings here.
Day 2.
It's that Southern hospitality. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about. I don't think we talked about our dinner last night.
We didn't.
I thought all the food was good. My problem with it was we drove. We did a mobile order. We drove over to the lobby to pick it up. It was quite busy. Yeehaw Bob was doing his show at the time. I didn't get footage of it. Maybe I'll try and grab that tonight. But it was packed but not slammed. Picked up the food. The chicken strips were ready. The fries were ready. Mac and cheese was ready. And then it was a few minutes longer for the pizza to come out. And that was strange because when we got back to the room, and again, this is only a 3-minute drive, 1-minute walk when you're in the building. The pizza was colder than the chicken strips. Which again, the chicken strips came out first. Everything was good. I just wanted everything to be hotter. And it was odd because we picked it up immediately.
And there's no microwaves in the room, so keep that in mind.
They'd be hard pressed to fit them in here.
Yeah, I think so too.
It would be a useful tool.
And it would be strange, kind of. I don't know where you would put them.
You'd have to build like some sort of like.
Yeah.
Here's the coffee maker, fridge, microwave section.
Apparatus.
Yeah. And this is a moderate resort, and I just don't see the reason. But if they were going to upgrade, that would be a nice upgrade.
It would. The pizza was good, but it was just temperature-wise, right?
I mean, if I could have thrown it into the microwave for 30 seconds, I would have been maybe not raving about it, but I would have said, pizza's really tasty.
Yeah.
I get the tradition. People love every 5 minutes you see somebody walking out of that main cafeteria with a pizza and heading to one of the pools, and so that's a lovely. I think that was part of our plan initially.
Yes,
I like the romance of that.
Yeah,
romance. But we just didn't do it. We wanted to come back here, and it was nice because there is a nice table here. So I think, we're gonna take Molly for a walk. We're gonna stop into the food hall and try out some breakfast. I did drink some Entenmann's donuts. That we've talked about the Entenmann's a few million times.
That's your tradition. That's a very
yes.
Yeah,
every time I stay at a Disney resort, I eat them. This is going back to when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And because I like some scrambled eggs in the morning and I like some sausage, so let's go over there and see what we can get. And we'll take in the sights along the way. Well, there it is, video proof that you can take out the pontoon boats still. So the friendship boats are not running. Pontoon boats, if you want to go fishing, they are running. And those aren't staff members. That's a private party. So at least we got to see some boats on the river. So we're here at the Acadian House. We're taking the long way to burn off our donuts on the way to breakfast to, to get more calories. But I think this is the last of the plantation style rooms. Get back. There's beautiful wife. Before you get to the Alligator Bayou section, which has a completely different vibe. So let's go just take a peek. We'll do a more thorough tour probably tomorrow morning early. And really get into the nooks and crannies, but just giving you a taste of what it's like so far. Okay, early in the morning, we just had about 10 of these cars go by us, so it felt like the 4 or 5 in LA, so it's not quiet all the time, but look, it's just it almost feels like a separate resort over here in the Alligator Bayous. And y'all, I mean, look, and then over here, forest. It is legit, it is just thick. Make sure you wear your DEET over here, y'all. So the theming here is on fleek, as I've been trying to point out, and here a bit. Again, this feels like a completely separate resort, very different than the plantation. But I love the little alligators on the signpost here. Just the little attention to detail really makes it happen. So we're around in the corner. The lobby's kind of around the bend up there, and then back here on the other side of the river is the island with the pool on it, just for some wayfinding. Well, this is why we're still YouTube amateurs. I forgot to take footage of the full plate here, but it had, believe me when I tell you, it had, in addition to the Mickey waffle, which is still preserved, there's Mickey. It came with some scrambled eggs, which were fine. The sausage, which was pretty decent. Bacon, which was a little flaky. And a bunch of tater tots, which Queen Bee helped me eat over here. And Molly got her share of scrambled eggs, didn't you, Molly? It's a nice look for you. I like it. We're waiting on a mobile order. Amber, what did you order for? You had a breakfast sandwich?
I ordered a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich. It looked really good. We'll see.
In terms of crowds, it's probably maybe slightly busier than dinner was last night. I was surprised how busy dinner was. The best meal of the day in here in terms of crowds, though, is definitely lunch or an afternoon snack. It was dead yesterday.
It was.
Which was lovely.
But we did end up at the same table, which is lovely.
Yeah, we're back here in a corner, so Molly's away from the crowds. You know, we want to be as
discreet,
minimally invasive as possible. But yeah. So at the same time, we actually mobile ordered Amber's sandwich, which is the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, which comes with a ton of tater tots. Look at that. The line for this was exceptionally long, as was the pancake line.
Yeah.
But let's see the cross section on this bad boy.
Looks good.
Oh yeah, that's hard. Now, Amber, how much was that?
It was like $9.
Yeah, and I think mine with the drink was like 11.
Yeah.
So pretty reasonably priced breakfast, very filling.
good.
My waffle was scrumdiddlyumptious. And I'll just do a taste test right now.
Let's try.
It goes on in your mouth, not on the floor. How is it?
It's very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very. I didn't see like an eye roll in the back of your head though. Like, so it's just adequate or very good. What are we talking?
You know, it's a breakfast sandwich.
All right, there you have it. It's just a breakfast sandwich.
What I would say is that it's not like the bagel's a little hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's toasted or if it's possibly stale. Like I wouldn't say it's bad though.
But the eggs and bacon are pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because my eggs and bacon are pretty
Yeah.
good too. And the tots are on fleek. Tots are really good.
Yeah. So I mean, I would just say it's standard theme park kind of breakfast. You
There
know.
you have it. What more can you expect? Yeah. I'll tell you what, these rocking chairs right outside the back door of the lobby, which is there. Great place to hang out. Just had breakfast at the Riverside Mill over here. And we decided Molly might want a little water break. So we snagged a couple of rocking chairs ourselves. And I don't think the little princess is doing anything water-wise, is she? She's a little overstimulated. What do you think?
She's met a couple of friendly people.
Yep.
Oh.
There we go.
Hydration is important.
Yeah, I'll take it. Molly, you haven't seen Dune. You don't know the importance of water. So we're walking back for breakfast. We're back at Partier Place, whatever you want to call it. And I just wanted to point out that there is vending. If I can open the door.
Here.
And by the way, is it humid here? You can see the condensation on the door there. Thank you, beautiful wife. So obviously nice machine. And then depending on, it's like every other one. You're either going to get snacks or a Coke machine with 20 ounces. So if you are looking for Cokes, just probably go up one flight. There's probably one of these directly above this. And there's 3 floors here. But they're scattered all throughout the different kind of plantation buildings. So you shouldn't have a problem finding one. Well, we're back in the room after breakfast. It's about, what, 10:30, 10:45, I think.
10:15.
10:16. Because the TV tells us so. McDonald family, I love it. But Molly has made friends with the inlaid magic carpet down there. Aladdin would be proud. I think we're going to hang out with her for a little bit, let her get some breakfast, cool off, chill her out, and then we are going to go to the big boy pool and hang out for a good chunk of the day. All right, so it's 11:30 on the dot, and I grant you the heat index is sending it to 100 degrees today, but there was literally not a single chair. Even the chairs technically outside the pool area are taken. They are all claimed. All the picnic tables are completely claimed, and the pool, not surprisingly, it's so hot today, is packed. So we came back over here to Muddy Waters Bar, and beautiful wife grabbed the spot. So we're gonna drink over here and then go try and find a place to put our stuff because we want to go in that pool. Or we might just go to the quiet pool. We'll figure it out. I think it's so cool that they basically designed this island around this tree.
The other one.
Well, since we couldn't get a spot at the main pool, we decided to come back to the quiet pool closest to our room. And this is what it's like today. Not too bad. Plenty of chairs available. And the sun sets on night number 2. Checkout day is tomorrow, which sucks, but I did get a small dose of pixie dust. I requested a late checkout, so our checkout tomorrow is at 12:30 p.m. and we can use the facilities till tomorrow night at midnight. So we might make it a pool day tomorrow after all. Let's go talk about tonight. Don't you love it when you're on vacation and you put on channels like TNT and TBS and they're playing old, ridiculous disaster movies like The Day After Tomorrow? I think that's what this is called. This is like the movie where there's that scene with Jake Gyllenhaal and global warming is literally chasing him down the hallway of like a ship. It's pretty great. Anyways,
I have a really fun memory about seeing this in the theater.
Yeah?
I went to a Crowley, Texas theater. I think it's the only time I ever went to that theater. And in the middle of it, we had a epic storm, which took out the power for a minute. So it was kind of fitting.
That's 4D for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. How was your nap?
Oh, my nap was fantastic, and my shower was even better.
So yeah, after 2 rounds in the pool, including some creative drinking on the second round, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Sure.
Found a way to save you guys money. We came back here and took a long nap.
We did.
Woke up. We took a shower. Finally tested the water pressure. It's passable. I'll say that. And
I think it's probably better than some.
Yeah. So
that we've stayed in.
And then I did disco shower. I played some French pop music, and took a shower, and that was delightful, especially after a long nap. And now we're getting ready because we're gonna go over to Boatwrights.
You wanna show the sleeping princess?
Yeah, Molly.
This girl.
She's all tuckered out.
She's worn herself out.
So she'll be upset when we leave to go to dinner, but
yeah, but
she'll survive. She's having the time of her life. It's all good. Well, we're in the car, but I swear we're not leaving property. This is still a staycation, but because we got slightly gussied up.
And it's 96 at 7:25 p.m.
Yeah, by the way, we just left our parking lot at Building 95. And we're headed to the parking lot for the main lobby because we're going to Boatwrights tonight, and it's hot as heck. Oh, there's the sun. Sorry about that. It's hitting me as much as it's hitting you, maybe. I don't know how this is going to be on TV. Anyways, lovely. We're going over the Sassagoula River.
Sassagoula.
Which got some rain yesterday, I'm happy to report. Well, we should have. We should have by now. Yeah, we're heading to Boatwrights to get some dinner, but I just wanted to show you guys how easy the drive is and how nice the drive is. So there you can actually see the main building in Sassagoula, River Mill, I think it is.
Well, hello.
And there we go. And there's our building over there. So we just came because we had to go over a bridge, but now we're here, we're on the other side of the river, and we're pulling into the main parking for the lobby, and it's that easy. What did that take? It took like 1 minute and 10 seconds. Oh, there we go. Port Orleans Riverside. Look, Amber, there's a minivan.
Those are my favorite.
Why?
I mean, they're just so cute, but I did also just read about this the other day. You used to be able to call them for like airport transfers and things, but now you can't unless you're staying at a deluxe hotel. That's the only way you can get a minivan is if you are staying at a deluxe hotel.
Oh, maybe we should take one next month then.
I know.
Okay, good. There you go, folks. More you know. So we're out here at the River Roost Lounge on our way into dinner, and I have to say, an hour before Ehab Bob's show, there are still good seats to be found. There's tons of tables over there. So get here about an hour before the show and you'll be fine. Even at the very front. All right, well, everything is right with the world when the cornbread shows up. I believe this is also all you care to enjoy with some butter. They Put a honey glaze on it. Amber, are you excited to get down with this?
I am.
All right, our drinks are on the way. But look at the backdrop here. The boat that is always under construction if you come to this restaurant. And there's beautiful wife again. Well, you know the party's started when half the cornbread's gone and the smoked turkeys are showing up. This is our favorite drink on property, East Coast or West Coast. We used to get this in New Zealand. And as we've mentioned on the channel on a few different occasions, this was the drink we had served at our wedding. Because we loved it so much, we got the recipe and may make it at home often, but not regularly, if that makes any sense. It's been many months since we've done it, I know, is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, these are delicious. Cheers.
Cheers.
There we go. We got the Bayou sampler. Well, thank you. Chicken strips. There is some brisket here. There is some sausage here. There's mac and cheese, corn on the cob. Oh, and ribs. Plus some green beans and some mashed potato. All you care to enjoy. So when you finish, you just tell them what you like most, and they bring more of that. This looks awesome. I think this was $35. An entree.
Yeah.
36. Yes, pretty good bang for the buck. What's up, Amber?
Dinner was so good.
Yeah, we're this review's coming to you from the
Rocking chairs.
Yeah, right. This is the second time we've been here today.
Oh yeah, we
started
Molly.
the day here, and we're kind of wrapping up the day here.
Yeah.
Yeah, dinner was good. Service was a little slow, but it's a holiday weekend, so that's to be expected.
Yeah.
My drink was slightly watered down, but not enough to send it back. My smoked turkey.
It's fine.
But in terms of the buffet plate, like I thought everything was really good.
Everything was really good. I hate to say that one of my favorite things on the buffet plate was mac and cheese, but it was so good.
Yeah, we both got seconds of mac and cheese.
It was so good.
And yeah, all the meats were good.
Yeah.
I got a second plate of more chicken and more sausage, but the brisket was good. Even the ribs
brisket
were
was
really
really
good too.
good.
It was just
Yeah, it was all good.
the corn was good. So yeah, we're big fans of Boatwrights. It's been our third time there in like 3 years living here, and it's been a joy every time we've been.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap up here in a minute and head back. And this camera's all over the place. And we're gonna go see Molly and maybe take some night shots at the resort. But we're pretty full, so let's see. So the iPhone doesn't have the best nighttime lighting, but we're trying to capture some of what it's like in these courtyards in the evening. There's beautiful wife over there. But yeah, this is one of the main houses, not parterre place. This is Oak Manor. Whoa. Oak Manor. Well, I have to say this courtyard definitely comes out okay at night. All right, I think that's going to conclude our night tour. We're back at a parterre place. We're gonna go up these stairs and go to the second floor vending machine to get a nice cold bottle of Coke, because I think we're out of Coke back in the room. And then make our walk back to the room and Molly and call it a night. We're not calling it a night. We came in here into the vending machine on our floor because we wanted bottles of Coke. I think we mentioned this downstairs actually. But look, the machines are branded, in case you forgot where you were. Or what you were drinking. This has got everything. It's got Mr. Pibb, which I almost got, but it's got a Coke Zero. A low price of $4.75.
A bottle.
A bottle. So you're obviously much better off bringing your own or buying a refillable cup.
And we typically do bring our own, and we did, but we're out. So.
Yeah. Cheers. This is where they should have a refill station, though. Like, if you want a refill on your refillable ones, you have to go all the way to the lobby.
Yeah, that is a little
to
rough.
get it. And like, who's going to do that? By the time I've gone there and gotten it, It's going to be gone halfway on my return walk.
Yeah, I do feel like the refillable mugs, if you're gonna have them, should have like more than one location to refill them.
One per building.
Yeah.
Make it happen, Disney. Well, all good things come to an end. I'm going to miss this. Here, let's do the... Because I'm a sucker for theatrics. There we go. We did this every night. I synchronized it so we both had them going on. Anyways, it's our last morning here. It is 7:43 in the a.m. according to my McDonald family television over here. Yes, sadly it's checkout day. We did get a late checkout for 12:30. They said we can use the facilities here till midnight tonight. I don't think we're going to be doing that. But we're going to get out, 7:55, because today's going to be, thus far, the hottest day of the year. Probably get hotter than this later in the year. But it's going to be 97 today, 105 with the heat index. And we still have kind of a tour to take to throw in this video. I don't know where that tour is going to go. Maybe you've already seen it at this point, or maybe it's going to come after this. I'm leaning towards the latter. It's the fun with editing. We'll find out. Oh, there's Mom there. And Molly.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Molly's gone pee. She's going to come in the dog stroller for a final tour of the grounds.
Yep, we're gonna go on a walk.
Yep. She had her breakfast.
She had her brekkie. She did her morning potty. She's ready.
Yeah. So we're going to get this tour done. We're going to come back here. We're going to sit at the table, do our kind of final thoughts, and then we'll close this out and head home. Oh, the good news is next month we're going to the yacht club, and then we have the Dominican Republic in July, and we have things to look forward to. So we always have to have something in the future to look forward to, and right now it's the tour walk, so let's go get it done. Here we are, Port Orleans, Riverside. If you were coming in your own car, valet services will meet you here. Bell services will get your bags. Actually, there is no valet here, what am I saying? But they would help you with your luggage. And the main lobby is right over here. They've already got jazz music playing. It's lovely. It's pretty early in the morning right now, so just a representative take on what it's like. It's about 8 a.m. on a Monday morning, Memorial Day weekend. And you walk right down here through these doors and into the lobby. So let's go do that. And here we are in the main lobby. It is really, truly a lobby, a foyer, I would say. Some comfortable seating, and you can go in two directions. One, you can go to the River Roost and the food options on the left. There's also some restrooms and a really good gift shop over there, but we're gonna head to the right first. This is the registration area. It's where you check in. By the way, they're making it very clear the boats are not running right now. But yeah, down here is the check-in area. And it feels like a steamship terminal. These are all stops you would take on the Mississippi River if you're on an old school riverboat. One of the other things we really liked about the lobby is these window boxes over here. We kept joking we wanted to come over and like read Mark Twain or Huck Finn and just sit on one of these benches. But yeah, the lobby's super beautiful. I love the chandelier. Never got that packed. We never saw a huge line in here. And again, back that way would be where we came in. Let's go see quickly the arcade. I'll meet you in there. Oh, by the way, there is a Chase ATM in the lobby. That is super handy. And just in case I didn't make it clear, here's the entrance to the arcade. On day one, this was extremely humid. Let's see how it is now. It's still a little warm. But this arcade is fire. It's huge. I mean, look at these games. This is super fun. Space Invaders. Amber and I are pretty good at that. But I'd say this is one of the bigger hotel arcades I've been through. Because it just keeps going. They have old school games, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, whatever lane splitting is, skee ball, plenty of pinball, modern games, basketball. And my favorite part, Very good massage chairs in the most uncomfortable place to have a massage. Who wants to get a massage with this noisy cacophony going on? But yeah, and then they got you covered with the air hockey, one of my personal favorites. So this arcade really is really good. This is for 2,000 rooms, they better. And look, oh, there's 3 more massage chairs in the most uncomfortable place to get a massage ever. All right, let's head over to the food court. So here's an entrance from the arcade to the outside. Right outside the arcade is the smoking section if you're so inclined. But then down here, and by the way, the main lobby and the main building complex is right over here. But if you come out of the arcade or the lobby entrance there is the Riverside Levee Bikes for Hire. This is where also you would pick up the boats, which again are not running right now. But the Surrey bikes are over here for rentals. And I believe they have regular bikes over here as well. And then if you wanted to go fishing on a pontoon boat, they are down here as well. And again, these have been running over the weekend. Look at that view. That's the main food court. We're gonna go there next. Boatwrights is where we ate last night. You'll probably see that at another point in this video. And that's the main lobby. And there's beautiful wife outside the door to the arcade for some wayfinding. So here's a map of the running trail, but it's also a really good just resort map. The running trail, by the way, it includes a route that takes you from this green section is Riverside, where we are. This is our hotel. But then down here is Port Orleans French Quarter. So running trail will take you through both areas. They do have separate check-ins. These are not technically one resort, but they're thematically linked. And they're only about a 5-minute walk from each other, from the building we're staying in, Parterre Place, I think I'm saying that right, to the edge of French Quarter. That's about a 5-minute walk. But these buildings here, Parterre Place, again, we stayed in this very last room, right where my finger is. And these are the manor houses. And then this whole section here is the Alligator Bayou. And there are equal number of rooms split. There's about 2,000 rooms here, so about 1,000 rooms in Alligator Bayou section, and another 1,000 rooms spread between the plantation houses. And you can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quiet pools, and then the main pool on the island out there, which is where the pool bar is. So they've got you covered from a swimming perspective. We're gonna go see an Alligator Bayou pool. I haven't seen one of these. These are traditional large. They're elsewhere in the video. We swam in these most of the time. I don't think any other resort has more swimming pools. And then there's one also at French Quarter, but they only have one. But it's very big and it's very good. So there you go. That's the lay of the land. So I'm not going to do a whole walkthrough of Fulton's General Store. We've been in here before in the other parts of the video. But needless to say, I think this is my favorite gift shop on property with the animatronics they have. It's just huge. They've got a variety of goods. Yeah, it's just our favorite gift shop. And it's huge, obviously. But right outside the gift shop, adjacent to the lobby area, is the River Roost Bar, which is super cozy. So here's the main bar. This isn't opened up until like 4 or 5 o'clock tonight. That's where Yeehaw Bob plays, Wednesdays through Saturdays. And this is all just kind of open seating. First come, first serve. If you want to see Yeehaw Bob, I'd say get here pretty darn early. Because it fills up very fast. They have a great Sazerac here, great smoked turkey. And then there's also an entrance to Boatwrights from back here. You can take, there's a couple steps down and you'll be right at the check-in stand for Boatwrights. So let's go down there and look at Boatwrights. The Boatwrights menu, folks. This is what Amber and I had for dinner. It was delicious. All the meats were good. I've had the jambalaya before. It is excellent, but they do serve it in the quick service, which is where I had it, and that's going to pop up somewhere else in this video. And then there's full bar service in here as well, because they're attached to the River Roost. So we just this hallway from the lobby over here, and this is Boatwrights, where we ate last night, which will pop up somewhere in the video that you're watching. We sat at that table right there. It was lovely. But yeah, the whole theme here is that it's boats under construction. And since there's nobody in here, let me just take a walk around real fast. So there's this area down here with this main hall. This is kind of the view I had for my dinner. But then there's also this other section up here. You can come up. It's also very cozy. And we have eaten in this section before. What I like about this is there's a nice fireplace up here. It's got this more like living room atmosphere, and then the fireplace is see-through, or it's double-sided, so it comes through right there. The first time we ate here, I sat right there and I had jambalaya. That was about 3 years ago. But yeah, out on the walls here, all shipbuilding schematics, tools to make a ship. The theming here is it's just next level. I mean, the beams on the ceiling, they do a really nice job. This is the only table service restaurant between the two resorts, French Quarter and Riverside, and it gets busy as a result of that. There's the boat under construction again. I would encourage you, as you're at this resort, to look up, because there's just cathedral-like ceilings everywhere you go. There's always something to look at and take in. So smell the roses while you're here, folks. Next up, food hall. Okay. And here we are at the Riverside Mill, which is, I think this is my favorite food court on property, because again, like I said, in Boatwrights, you gotta look up. Cathedral ceilings, this place is awesome. There's tons of seating. The food's pretty good. You get jambalaya here pretty much all day after breakfast. Breakfast and dinner were the busiest meals in our experience here. And then again, more seating over here. There is a mobile order counter. That's where you would pick it up if you mobile order. If you ordered a pizza, maybe you want to go out by the pool, that's where you would get that. Plenty of drink stations. This is two-sided. So they got you covered. But yeah, again, look up. It's just such a cool... The theme in here, like the entire resort, is just awesome.
What's his favorite?
So here's a look at the menu. This is not all-inclusive. There are things missing from here, so it is more robust than they would suggest just with these menu options. So there, recommend both of those. I just left Riverside Mill food court, but we're in the main courtyard again. Main lobby's right over here. The arcade's right back over there. That is the foyer, the entrance where you come in from the parking lot. This is the entrance to Boatwrights. Again, huge ceilings here. And then there's the Riverside Mill you can go in. And then if you go directly over that bridge, it takes you to... And I'm blanking on the name of the island. We'll get it in a second. But the island where the main pool is, Muddy Rivers Bar, which is one of our favorite pool bars. The fishing hole and a playground. Kind of anchors a lot of the resorts. So let's head over there. So we're crossing the bridge here. Oh, this is Ole Man Island. We got the name. And I think this is awesome. This whole thing is dedicated to leisure. The main pool is right over those fences over here. It is not open yet. And if it's anything like yesterday, all the chairs will be gone within the first hour. So if swimming is important to you on a hot day, I would recommend, and you want to be in this pool, get here early. Literally every single recliner yesterday and every single picnic chair, all gone. And it's going to be 105 with the heat index today. But it is very scenic. And in case you were curious, they do say pool hours will vary, but here it is posted, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Another look at an empty pool. That's usually a waterfall up there. They'll turn on some water effects, so it'll be noisy and boisterous and fun. Love it over here. So on the backside of Muddy Rivers, there's a sign that points over here to the fishing hole. We're still on Ole Man Island, obviously. You can take this path over here to a playground. We'll see that in a few minutes. But this path down here leads to a fishing hole, and you can rent. I don't want to really call them fishing rods. They're sticks with hooks on them, but people have been catching fish. They're not prohibitively expensive. Let's go see. But yeah, there's a little pole rental. Let's go get the scoop. So here's the fishing hole. I'm going to kind of be quiet so I don't scare any potential fish away. But you can see there's some early morning fishers here. But again, it's just so cute. You know, you feel like you'd run into Tom Sawyer down here.
Thank you so much.
Here's the fish you might be able to catch here. So I just got the scoop. This is dedicated fishing pole. The pontoon boats that go fishing elsewhere do not come back here. It is just like a fishing stick, and they have lovely staff here. They're very friendly. But you can rent the poles by the half an hour. It's $6.39 per half an hour, or you can get 6 poles for an entire family for $15.98, again, for 30 minutes. Pretty good deal. She said definitely come in the morning because, again, heat index of 105 today. You'll burn up, but I love it. I think this is such a cool feature. We just didn't have the energy or gumption to do it on this trip, did we, beautiful wife? Next time. All right, we're still on Ole Man Island. Muddy waters over here. But here's the campfire. Again, we didn't do this either. But we'd love to. This is where they do s'mores at night. They take this off and they light it up. I don't know that this appeals to me on a day where it's going to be 105, but to each their own. And if you come up here, again, this is kind of the backside of the pool, which is not open yet. But there's a really cool playground for kids. In fact, I think this is one of the more robust playgrounds I've seen. So there's like a little water wheel slide. Tire the kids out over here, and then you can go throw them in the pool over there. Convenient. Same playground, other side. But just for some wayfinding purposes, there's Muddy Rivers, which is technically not in the pool area. You have to go through a gate to get to the pool area. And then there's the water feature. Comes up, there's beautiful wife, hello. She's hydrating, she's getting eaten alive. And up there, that's the platform where you would take the water slide down underneath the branches of this awesome tree, which we've highlighted elsewhere in the video. Look for that. But that kind of wraps up the Old Man Island. And we're gonna take this bridge. This goes back to the kind of the plantation mansion section of the resort. So we're just gonna check out some courtyards and be on our merry. So I don't think we're gonna hit the Acadia house because that doesn't really have like a defined courtyard, but this is the, did you say Magnolia house, Amber?
I think it's Magnolia Terrace.
Magnolia Terrace. This was Amber's favorite courtyard because it has a gazebo, which I tell you what was occupied most of the time we were here. Including somebody last night who insisted on sitting on that bench and singing do music out loud. Like, keep it to yourself, brother. Whoever sings that song, let's keep it that way. But one of the things Amber, she had a good point, is all these courtyards on the different manor houses are completely distinct from each other. And we had a tough time deciding what our favorite one was. This one is directly adjacent from Ole Man Island. The bridge is just behind this tree here. There you go, you can see it out there. That's Ole Man Island. That's the back of the platform for the water slide. And then we're heading up here to the next courtyard. here we are. This is my favorite courtyard. This is Oak Manor. I just love it here. I like it. Frankly, I just like the AstroTurf. It's very inviting. These oaks give it a nice shade, and I love the fountain. We filmed this last night at night, so it's in the video. You should definitely check that out. It's just beautiful here. I think if we had to stay again, I would request probably one of these rooms right up here overlooking this fountain, and then that view they have back, and that would be the lobby over there. We're walking to our final courtyard. Our courtyard. This is the courtyard we stayed at on Partier Place. We never got this clarified by a staff member, but is that what I said? Cast member. Staff member, cast member. It's very hot this morning, y'all. And it's been a long weekend of imbibing. But here, I flip-flop. This at one point was my favorite courtyard, not because we stayed on it or stayed close to it. Just because I think it's the most, like, grand, if you will. It's kind of got this, like, Versailles kind of vibe going on. I think Partier Place, or whatever it's called, gets the most sun, so that might impact the temperature in your room in the late afternoon. I felt like ours was a little bit warmer, but yeah, it's just nice and regal, the whole thing. I love the fountain. When you go up those steps, the courtyard turns into brick, and it's just lovely. There's some benches back there. You can sit along the hedgerows. I love this beautiful tree. You can walk around with the Spanish moss, and then the view of the Sascagoula River is just amazing. And there's the bridge that takes you to the lobby. So again, it was a 4-minute walk, even less than that, from this place right here to basically where the arcade is.
Well, guys, that is going to do it. This has been a beast of a review. What a great stay we had. Thank you so much if you stuck around this long for watching this video. I hope it, you got some good information out of this. I hope it informs a potential staycation, if that's what you're looking to do. Hopefully we'll get to Port Orleans French Quarter sometime in the new year. Anyways, we did a 20-minute in-depth review with our final thoughts. I decided to make that a separate video. If you're watching this video on June 20th, 2024, it will post tomorrow. Otherwise, I will put a link to it in the description of this video, and you can skip to that. I just didn't want to add it here because this is already a super, super long video, and it just made sense to separate the two. So, again, thanks for watching. If you want that in-depth review, please go click on the link in the description, or if you're watching live today, check it out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have fun storming the castle, you guys, and stay magical.
As promised, here's the water pressure, and it's pretty good. Amber suggested I not play my French pop music, as we might suffer a copyright strike. But water pressure, approve.